Once upon a time, in a quiet valley covered with soft morning mist, lived a young woman of 27 named Layan. She was known throughout her village for her kindness and her honest hard work. But beneath her gentle smile, there lived a storm that no one could see. Her mind was heavy. Every day she replayed her past mistakes, and every night she feared the coming tomorrow. Her thoughts tangled around each other like vines in a dark forest, noisy, confusing, and endless. Because of this, Layan struggled to sleep. She couldn't focus. Even small moments of joy slipped through her fingers. It felt as though her own mind had become her deepest burden. One day, Layan overheard a group of travelers speaking softly about an old man who lived far away in a hidden bamboo forest. They called him the bamboo sage. Long ago, he had been one of the wisest scholars in the city, a man who understood the human mind better than anyone else. But as he grew older, he chose to leave the noise of the world behind and live in the calm of nature. "People say," the travelers whispered, "that he doesn't give answers. He helps others discover their answers within themselves." A spark of hope lit inside Layan's heart. Perhaps this old sage could help her quiet the storm inside her mind. So at sunrise the next morning, she packed a small bundle of belongings and began her long journey toward the bamboo forest. She walked for many days, across hills over streams, and through winding forest paths where sunlight filtered gently through the leaves. Finally, one cool evening, she entered a grove of tall, whispering bamboo. The wind moved through the stalks as if playing a soft, natural melody. In the center of that peaceful place stood a tiny hut covered in green moss. Birds perched on its roof, and a silver stream ran nearby. On the porch sat an old man with a long white beard, calmly carving a bamboo flute. Layan approached and spoke respectfully. "Grandfather, my thoughts are full of fear and restlessness. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace. Will you teach me how to find it?" The sage lifted his eyes. They were still and calm, like deep water untouched by the wind. He smiled gently. "You have come here to empty your mind," he said. "Very well. Come with me." He led her behind the hut where long bamboo poles were stacked. Selecting one smooth, clean bamboo tube, he held it out to her. The tube was completely hollow from end to end. "Take this bamboo," he said, "and go to the small hill behind the forest. Fill it with water from the river and bring it back to me. But remember, the water you carry must be only the water that truly belongs to you." Layan was confused. How can a hollow tube hold water? It will leak out immediately. But she did not argue. She bowed and walked to the river. She placed the bamboo tube into the flowing water. As expected, the water slipped out at once. She tried again and again. No matter how she turned it, tilted it, or held it, the water would not stay. Hours passed. The sun began to sink behind the trees. Her arms grew tired. Her heart grew frustrated. At last, exhausted, she returned to the hut carrying nothing but the empty bamboo. "Grandfather," she whispered, ashamed, "I failed. No matter how hard I tried, the bamboo could not hold any water." The sage smiled knowingly. He took the bamboo gently from her hands. "Child," he said softly, "you cannot fill something that is meant to be empty." Layan looked puzzled. He tapped the bamboo lightly with his fingers. "This bamboo is valuable not because it can hold something, but because it is hollow. Because it is empty, the wind can pass through it. Because it is empty, it can become a flute. Because it is empty, it can carry the sound of peace." Then he looked into her eyes. "You tried to fill this bamboo the same way you fill your mind, with every fear, every regret, every thought you cling to. But like the water, none of it stays. It only drains your strength." He placed the bamboo tube back in her hands. You must allow your mind to become like this bamboo, open, spacious, and free. Only then can peace flow through you. In that moment, a deep silence settled over the forest. Something inside Leanne shifted gently but unmistakably. She realized she had spent her life holding on to things that were never meant to stay. So, when my mind becomes empty, I will find peace? She whispered. The sage nodded. When you release the past, when you stop forcing the future, your mind becomes light, clear, and open. Then life itself will play music through you. A cool breeze swept through the bamboo grove, forming a soft melody among the tall green stalks. For the first time in years, Leanne felt truly calm. The next morning, as dawn rose between the bamboo trees, the sage handed her the bamboo flute he had carved. This will remind you, he said, to remain empty enough for peace to enter. Leanne bowed deeply and began her journey back to her village. But she was not the same woman anymore. Her steps were light, her heart was open. Her mind was quiet, like the inside of hollow bamboo. And whenever her thoughts began to overflow, she held the flute, took a long breath, and remembered, peace is not found in holding on. Peace is found in letting go. When we release fear, regret, and unnecessary thoughts, life finally begins to sing.